Lynn is back, man. Yay, and what are you going to do about it, eh? What you going to do? We're in Dark Root Garden. And we're going to go fight another boss, which is another one of these touching bosses. The only problem is, we've got a couple ways to go. I think I want to go the other way first, actually. These are stronger versions of the ones that we fought before. I don't know how that worked, but... yeah, I need a replenishment of purple moss clump. I think, yeah, this is the way... they still don't have any poise. But that bright light, I think, is the way to get to the boss. I think. So I might want to go the other way first. Then again, it doesn't really matter, because ultimately you're going to end up in the same spot. But there is a covenant here you're going to want to join, especially since you can flip covenants at any given time. I do want to thank anyone that's been trying to help me during this playthrough remember what I've done so many times in the past. But it's been 2 years. But just bear with me, because I will figure it out sooner or later. It's like anything else. It's like riding a bike. Ooh, yeah, I needed that too. You know, it's like riding a bike in the sense that you remember sooner or later. For me, it's later rather than sooner. Oh, hey, how you doing? No, no. You can't hit me because you suck. They're only giving me 100, but they're a pain in the arse. By the way, don't be surprised when you notice that those are flowers. There are a few items here I do want to get, though. Yeah, these are guys from this covenant, so just be careful with them. Wow, there are 3 of you. If you join the covenant, they will not attack you. There are a lot of you, actually. And I fell off again. Can I not fall off for 2 fucking seconds, please? Like, I fucking fall off every fucking time. Not like I would have survived that. I got attacked by 4 people. You could just gun it and just forget about it. But now that I've died, I can go back to that other area. This is the only problem. There's only 1 spot here. 1 bonfire. What was I looking for again? Oh yeah, I wanted to see what the... no, we're doing. I can always fix my weaponry. I'm gonna... no, I gotta go that way to get my souls, but I'm probably gonna go the different route. Because I want to speak to the cat first and talk to her about joining this covenant so I don't have to have these assholes attack me. When assholes attack... what, these things give you 100 souls, don't they? I think it's pretty much the same... no, these are just 1 shot. And they drop more. Have a higher drop. I guess because they're starter type enemies, that you would need more item drops. Purple moss clumps and stuff. There isn't really anything that I'm aware of that can kill you with toxin or poison at this point. I still can't get over how many times I've fallen in this game. As I said, the Hydra's not there anymore, so we can just kind of dilly-dally, willy-nilly all we want. By the way, happy Halloween, everybody. Happy All Hallows Eve. Put on some scary masks and dance around graveyards. Enjoy. Be pagan for one day. I love how the topography of this place is so game-breaking. Can't say I remember kicking you. I just don't remember that happening. Come on, drop some Titanite. Drop Titanite, you cocksucker. Get out of the fucker, you fucker. You can't backstab these guys, and I'm pretty damn sure you can't parry them either, so do not bother. But I can just walk around and not get hit by them. Will you drop some friggin' Titanite? The ones later in the game, let me just double check. Yeah, that's good. No, I didn't do that. The ones later in the game, they drop at a higher rate. Blue Titanite is for holy weapons. Red is for fire weapons. Green is... No, wait. What was it again? So we do want to go up that ladder again, but I think at this point I can induce the DLC. This would happen whether or not you have the DLC. It's just... You can't extend this any further without it. But if you look here, there should be a golden golem here. Yep, there he is. This one's a little tougher than the ones we just fought, so just be careful. Hits harder, he takes more hits. And if we do that, a young lady appears. Hello, darling.
So, 'tis thou who rescueth me.
You got it, baby.
Gracious, I am deeply obliged. I am Dusk of Ulasil. I cometh from an age long before thine. I cannot stay here for long. So, before I disappear, allow me to ask one thing.
Yes, darling.
My home, Ulasil, is the home of ancient sorceries. My hope is to pass this profound knowledge to thee, with thine approval. Would this be of assistance to thee?
Yep.
My heartfelt thanks. I am pleased beyond words. Then I shout, engrave my signature. If thou art in need, pray summon me from my signature. Seems that my time is done. May the great flames guide thee.
Okay, my darling. So when we return, there'll be a summon sign there, and when you summon her, you can buy sorceries. But when we get to the next area, we're going to pick up an item that will grant us access to Ulasil from 500 years before. So that will then bring us to this place at a different time. So we've initiated it. Now it's just a matter of getting the item that will conjure what is necessary for us to get to that point. And that is your DLC, and it is without a doubt one of, if not to some doubt, the best DLC From Software has produced. And the reason why I say that is because you have... Well, you have a mini-boss and 3 boss fights that are just epic boss fights. And on top of that, the backgrounds and stuff are pretty impressive. And you get a better... You get more insight on the times and the places and shit. According to Peter Frampton, the primordial serpent, he made it seem as though this age was burning out 1,000 years ago. Because he said over 1,000 years, or it's been 1,000 years, that they've been waiting for this undead, this chosen undead, to come out of the asylum and do its thing. So 500 years ago, this shit was happening. Yeah, let me go this way. This way's got the big... Oh, no, wait, I gotta go that way to get my souls. Okay, stop moving now. Stop. Thank you. Stop. Stop. Controller. Don't pull this shit, alright? This way's got the giant cats. There are 3. There's one there. Also the mushrooms. The only problem with these things is they do this. That roll hurts, but they give you good souls. There's another one there, and there's another one there. There were originally 2, now there are 3. But that roll thing is what kills you. Because it always hits. Like, it always hits. Fuck! Like it never... Why does that thing never miss? Well, it did there, but... Fucker. Fucking thing. And the worst part about it is every time I get hit, I have to fly. I probably should put on my Ring of Steel protection again. I mean, can you imagine this is how you get to a boss fight? Is this? You have to go... I mean, you can run it and just avoid... These things just spin. And you can't... No matter what you do, you can't avoid... Like, I've got a very agile individual here, I think. And no matter what I do, I cannot avoid these spins. You definitely don't want to fight 2 at a time. That's just not... They're just too big. Wow, really, huh? Just can't avoid it, huh? Oh, why can't I have one smooth area? Everything's got to be a fucking trial. It's got to take like 8 attempts. I mean, I understand my timing's off, but it just seems as though nothing misses me no matter what I try. Typically, I can get those things to bleed. By the way, when you go back 500 years, you want to make sure you're at least level 90-something. And you can get to that point. It's not a big deal. I mean, I lost about 10,000 souls, but... You're really not going to drop any Titanite. That's really what's going to happen here. Yeah, they do that too. I don't know what these guys are doing down here, by the way. Blue Titanite chunk. Beautiful. Like, I really don't grasp the concept as to what these guys are doing here. We're going to get to the point where they're just abundant, but that it makes sense there because where we're going to end up, it's going to be filled with crystallized crap. I just love how the primordial serpent Peter Frampton says that these great beings of ages past that helped put this whole thing together have outlived their usefulness. So it's okay to kill them. Ultimately, no matter what you do, you got to kill these people. And then when Dark Souls 3 comes around, the whole ritual becomes a little bit different, where you have to get those that lit the bonfire. See, Dark Souls 3 really continues from here. Dark Souls 2 is kind of its own thing. And Dark Souls 2 sort of made it seem as though it was sort of stealing from Dark Souls. It was weird. Like, we're going to meet a guy named Patches who shows up in every single From Software game that did not show up in 2. But there was a guy named Pate who was pretty much the same guy. Like, stuff like that, where there was another guy that was a sorcerer that was talking about ages past, who was almost exactly like Big Hat Logan, who never really gets referenced. You know, it just seemed as though there were aspects of Dark Souls 1 that Dark Souls 2 stole from, instead of just continuing from where it left off type of thing, you know? Whereas Dark Souls 3 continues where it left off. Wait, they don't respawn? Since when? Hey, I dodged it. These guys don't respawn? I thought they did. Oh, alright. Changes everything then. Like love. Love changes everything. Oh, you're stuck. Oh, that was a bleed right there. They don't really drop anything. I mean, they can, but that's all there is here. I'm surprised. I really thought they respawn. Watch one just roll out of nowhere. Anyway. So if you go this route, it's pretty much the same thing. Those things are so valuable at this point. There are mushroom people, and there's another ember around here. The mushroom people are weird. They hit like Mack trucks. And what happens if you kill a small one is they cry out and they engage the bigger ones. I think that's where... Is that where she is? No, that's not where she is. You don't have to fight. I usually don't fight the mushroom people. They don't give you anything, really. That's the other side. That's not an item. The small ones will just jump at you, but you don't have to fight these. I mean, they're slow and they bleed, but the only problem with these guys is when they hit, they fucking hit, man. So you could just avoid them. And they have strange range. See that? Look at that shit. Looks like you're not going to leave me alone. You can just drum out. I just want to fetch this ember. Can you please open? Thank you. Enchanted ember. We're going to give that to the guy from Wilhelm. That's the door that's going to lead us to the boss area. I'm just going to ignore you guys. If you go this way, though, then you can get to the... You get to the spot where the Covenant is. See that? There is a guy here. But I want to just join this Covenant. This Covenant's for assholes, by the way. What this Covenant does is if there's somebody in this forest, you get summoned. There you are. Hi, sweetheart.
Is it not so that thou art new? Thou fared well to find me, but cometh thee not for the grave of Sir Artorius? My advice true. Forget this. The legend of Artorius art none but a fabrication. Traversing the dark. 'Tis but a fairy tale. Have thine own respect. Go not yonder knocking for nothing, I say.
Yes, I don't know.
Well, indeed. thou art a strange one. Nevertheless, I feel some liking for thee. I'm Alvina of the Darkroot Wood. I command a clan of hunters who track down defilers of the forest graves. What dost thou say? Wilt thou not join us?
I'm going to say yes.
Yes, I believe we would suit thee well.
Meow, meow, meow. I can't hear the wow, wow.
I'm very glad. And
There it is.
now thou art one of us. Let us establish a covenant.
Yep. So we're going to join this covenant.
And here taketh this ring.
So as long as you wear this ring,
If thou wearest that ring, it allows for
every time somebody comes here, you get summoned. If you're online.
Real intruders, then I will summon thee. Fend them off, sir. I beseech only this. I shall summon others who will, by their honor, work tirelessly with thee. Thou shalt receive great reward, and whatsoever you shall pillage will be thine own.
And I can loot your shit too.
True agreement.
But I'm not online with this one, so don't worry about it. The other one, maybe. The other one I can invade on you.
The clan is thine own family. To thy
Yeah, don't attack your own. They'll attack you back and you'll be done.
Darest not in any attempt to double-cross. Have no doubt, such wretchedness never will we tolerate.
Alrighty. So that's that. So if you go here, if you kill some people...
Thou dost my hopes for
Oh.
thee are of the highest.
Sorry, Alvina. I should never interrupt you, my darling.
Hopes shatter with foul disproportion.
Even this one, in the second... So now we can just come and go as we please over there. In the... Well, actually, I think I might have missed an item. See, look. I can dance in front of this guy. He won't attack me. See, these are the computer versions. But the player versions are a lot different. So if I were to be online, the players would attack me. I think there was an item here I needed. By the way, that you see that over there? If you had the crest of Artorias from Andre, you would go in through there. And you would bypass all that other stuff. Is it worth 10,000 souls? To me, it's not, because 10,000 souls are level ups and reinforcement of weapons. I believe there are items here. Yeah, well, whatever. So, if you came the other way and you got to this point, you're right by the boss area. We can fight mushroom people, but I'd prefer not. Wow, wow, wow. So there was another character in the second Dark Souls who resembles Alvina. She was a cat that spoke with a woman's voice. Hey, cool! I got a suicide. There was a cat that spoke with a woman's voice that knew about the area and stuff. Like, even, it just seemed like they were stealing from themselves because the director Miyazaki, whatever his name is, did not actually direct that one. That one was kind of Bandai Namco's own thing. Where they more or less said, hey, Dark Souls worked, let's make another one. The third Dark Souls was Miyazaki, and that one was definitely the most difficult of these games, and probably the best of these games. And the reason is because that one didn't really have any stupid boss fights. They had some boss fights that were a little unfair, but they didn't have any real stupid ones. Like, the boss fights in 2 were just pathetic. I could have just walked down here, couldn't I? That's what those roses are there for. So now, this is a boss fight that is everyone's least favorite in the sense that it is so emotionally taxing. If we go through here... Speak the parchment, the dojo. We go in here. We see a gigantic grave. But there's a magnificently large sword. But there's a specific guardian of this grave that we're going to have to fight. White Wolf. That's the most dangerous move that she does. But she's no pushover, that's for sure. And yes, that's a she. I can't seem to dodge anything she does. Jeez. Alright, come on. Come on, I'm dodging this shit, will you please? There we go. The key is you want to kind of get underneath her, because she can't hit you from here. Or she can. She does bleed, by the way. After a while, she'll get hurt, and then she'll barely be able to attack you. I think, anyway. Yeah, there she goes. She starts limping. And that's it. And we got the Covenant of Artoria and her sword. Now, the funny thing about this is, in a homeward bone and humanity, and we're going to need that homeward bone. The funny thing about this is, later on, when we get to the DLC, you can actually summon a young Syf. And over here is a Hornet Ring for archers. You can actually summon a young Syf to be your aide. And she'll be a lot smaller, obviously, but yeah, she can be summoned. So we'll need that to get to the area of Anor Londo. I don't think there's anything else here, though, is there? Alright, so to get to the area of New Londo that we need to get to, we're going to need that. So let's go back. Let's go back to the bonfire. I don't think I have... No, I need the Ascension. But it's fitting that I've gotten the Sorcery Ember, because I can just go right to the guy at Vinheim. If you actually go to Andre, he'll tell you he can't use it, so we're going to go to Vinheim. That guy in Vinheim. So, I mean, again, that's not horribly difficult, that boss fight. But it's, you know, it's another female entity, which I don't like, but it's also... Let me just repair my equipment. I'm going to mail you in, pal. Yeah, it's not. But, you know, it's necessary to join that covenant. Let me just get rid of this for now. Alrighty. So let's do some soul popping. At this point, I can deal with not having 10,000 souls. Do some soul popping. I can live without 10,000 souls. I think I can get to level 70, which is not going to be too bad. I still have, like, 20-something humanity, which isn't bad either. The humanity in this one is important for kindling bonfires. And if you want to stay online and be summoned or get invaded, you know, if that's your thing. Alright, dexterity up. Endurance. Yeah, damn it, level 69, shit. If I got 3,000 more souls. Huh, let me think. Well, I could feed Peter Frampton for a while. Am I going to stop calling him Peter Frampton? No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I don't understand why I would do that. That's just idiotic.
That's an odd ember you have there. Ah, I know what you're thinking. But I'm no good with those.
See?
Won't be easy. But
No one likes a Clota, right, Homer? See?
look for someone else.
Alright. Meanwhile, I can't do anything with this. I can't do anything. I have no Twinkling Titanite. Alright. I am going to purchase the arrows. No. Purchase like 100. So, yeah, whatever it stops. Okay.
Don't get your...
Now, I could just warp to Firelink Shrine, but where's the fun in that? I don't want to feed Primordial Serpent Peter Frampton some shit so I can get to level 70. Because this next area sucks. It doesn't suck in the sense that it's like I can't stand it. I actually don't mind it. It just sucks in the sense that there are just so many hazards. And one of them is the fact that you can't fight most of the enemies without being cursed. Which you don't want. So we're going to have to find a different way. $681. Come on, you. Free humanity, anybody? No free humanity, eh? You suck. I can just walk over to you guys and fucking slaughter you, but fuck that. I don't want to waste another 20 minutes or so just trying to kill you guys. Hello, darling. Can I get to, wonder if I can get to the Undead Asylum via the bonfire. I doubt it, but... Like I said, in the later games, you can warp at the very beginning, and when you warp, you can warp to every single bonfire. It's not like you... The second one actually tell you what bonfires are available to warp to. So, like, you'll see a list, and they'll say, oh, there are 5 here. And you have to find all... I've found all the bonfires, because I've played the second one. Even though the second one's my least favorite, and is definitely the easiest. Let me see... I still enjoy it to some extent. I enjoyed it. I don't have any sorceries left. I'm going to sell this though. It should be enough. Velka's rapier is pretty interesting. We'll take a look at that. I don't need these. I have one, really. Eat up, Snookums. Well, I don't need you. Or you. Or you. These are pretty good.
Farewell, chosen.
Alright, so we're going to get to level 70. As I've said, you'll notice that the guy that was there, the Crestfallen, is not there any longer. You'll also note that they're still there. You'll note he's still here. We haven't progressed anything per se. But we have to go take on... I want... more vitality. I don't want to go too high with the vitality. Maybe I'll get to like 30 or something. Hey, you're going to say the same thing, right? Yeah, okay. We got some time to figure you out. Okay, so let's go down to the New Londo Ruins. This place is filled with hazards, and it's filled with ghosts. And ghosts cannot be harmed without transient curse or being cursed. And trust me when I say, you don't want to be cursed. So, but we will meet the guy that can actually heal curses if you don't have a Purging Stone. I could probably sell my Purging Stone at this point, because I know another thing about this place, there is no bonfire here. No, wait, there is. There's one. But there are a shit ton of shortcuts, too. So with that magic ember, we're going to go down to the dude from Vinheim, whatever it's called. Why not? It's just funny. I got 24 souls out of it. Please. No, oh, because you're locked on. My fault. Alright, so anyway. Let me give this guy the ember. Let me get into this place. Actually, let me give him the ember, because transient curse only lasts so long, and I'll stop there.
Hey, hang on. Is that a sorcery ember?
It sure is.
I've never seen one like that. Not even back in Vinheim. What a brilliant flame. Please, friend, let me have that. I am begging you.
You got it, sir.
A craftsman of Vinheim. I'd go hollow before I pass him a flame like that.
I ought to fetch a new ember. Flame.
Oh, really? You are wonderful. I will forge a ricket masterpiece just for you. A weapon to make a legend out of you.
Why, thank you. So, if you want, you can make it now sorcery. You can make it a magic weapon, but that would have to scale with intelligence, and I have no intelligence, so we're not going to do that. I don't think you can do anything else with anything else, right? Titanite? No. What do you sell? You sell sorceries, right? No, screw that.
Come back soon. Smithing, don't let me...
Okay. I didn't actually check Velka's... Pardon me. I didn't check Velka's rapier. Velka's rapier is a magic rapier. If you have intelligence, it will do an extraordinary amount of damage overall. Extraordinary. But as you can tell, the required parameters are 16 intelligence, and she does not have 16 intelligence. Now, Ricard's rapier, on the other hand, I think only scales with speed. Yeah, dexterity. So at this point, we'd be doing 120 damage per, but... Damn it. Damn it. Get over there. But as compared to my plus 10 Iato, we're doing 312 base, so the answer is nay. And this one does bleed like you wouldn't imagine. Let me just get prepared by being in the area, and then I will stop and we will utilize our transient curse, which I got at the beginning of the game, and we will go through... Oh yeah, by the way, there's you. I forgot. How you doing? Now he's all hollow. And now he's dead. Alrighty. We get nothing out of him but 1,000 souls. So I'm going to stop after I kill these guys for no reason. Nah, I'll leave you alone. I've been falling off too long. I'm going to stop here, and when I come back, we're going to take on New Londo Ruins. It's scary, so be careful.